And welcome back, everyone, to part 2 of What If Naruto Befriended Kurama at a much earlier state in the series. Now, a few house cleaning things that got brought up and kind of questioned, or just, thoughts people had. Four specific ones. One, someone brought up that the tail beasts actually in their, other cloaks did, in fact, have their full tail set. So I couldn't remember if that was the case or not. So Naruto in his V1 form state would have a full 9 tails. So that's an easy one. But the other three, one, the influence of Kurama's chakra on Naruto. Someone brought up that the higher levels would make him go more crazy. And that was very much the case throughout most of their relationship up until Naruto obviously gained control over the Fox's chakra. But I don't think that's the case here. The reason I don't think that's the case here is, one, everything we saw was prior to them cooperating with each other. But because of that, and B, when Naruto gave the chakra to the fourth Shinobi, to the Shinobi Alliance, they all pretty much had a one-tail cloak, and none of them seemed to experience any of the extra aggressive feelings or emotions that would bring on. So my guess is because of the relationship Naruto had with the Fox in the early part of the series, where the Fox is very anti-Naruto, more or less evil. It really was affecting Naruto. But because him and Kurama are on good terms here, I would say that at best, him going all out would maybe make him more aggressive and definitely get the fangs and stuff going. But he'd still pretty much be in control. It would be with the caveat that he's got a little bit more aggression. Then there's the negative emotion sensing. People saying Naruto should totally have that right now. I don't think that's the case. The reason I don't think that's the case is, while Naruto and the Fox, again, good terms, the seal is very much in place. Naruto can't remove the seal, and we'll talk about why as the fourth part. And he only ever demonstrated that ability after he fought and got the KCM1 cloak, and Naruto does not have that form right now. Side note, do you think Naruto could access the other forms of Tail Beast chakra, like the other Tail Beast forms, the V1 cloak, the V2 cloak, along with the KCMs? I don't know if he could. I mean, the whole idea is he kind of just relied on that after the fact, not... I think it has to do partly with the way his seal was, because his seal apparently is different than Killer Bee's. But regardless, because we only saw that ability when he had that form, my guess is he would need to have a much stronger relationship with Kurama and have much easier access to his chakra to gain that form, or to have that ability outright. That said, however, I think Kurama having that ability and using it within Naruto and then letting him know, hey, kid, this is happening, I'm sensing this from this guy, I think that works perfectly fine here. Last but not least is the way Naruto's seal works. I had asked the question about what would have happened if Naruto had tried to take up the seal otherwise, and it got brought up that the key is basically designed to help safely allow Kurama's chakra to be in Naruto's body. If Naruto were to rip the seal tag off in his body, in his mind, whatever, Kurama's chakra would all just go in there just haphazardly, and it would destroy Naruto's body, regardless of how well trained Naruto was with it at the time. So yes, Naruto and the Fox theoretically could have access to all Kurama's chakra, but his body just wouldn't be able to handle it in the way that it would be presented. And so I think it lends more credence to the idea that while they're both aware that they could, Kurama has come to actually like Naruto now, doesn't want to hurt him. So they're like, let's just wait for the guy with the alleged key to show up, and we'll do our thing. Okay, I think that's all of it. So moving on, we would basically move on after the bell test. Naruto and the gang have been doing their thing. I believe it or not, I really don't see Sasuke, unlike some other bits where Naruto has an extra power like a Zanpakuto toe or something like that. Naruto really just has better skill and far more chakra, and he doesn't use they don't know about the Nine Tails right now. He doesn't use his fox forms at all in front of them. And that's most likely due to Kakashi and him talking about it and saying that, look, it's your secret to reveal. But it is technically an SRN secret. They're not supposed to know about it. I agree with you. They probably should be informed, but now is not the right time. We really need to work on you guys as a team. I want you guys to bond, all of that. Well, he doesn't say he wants you guys to bond, but basically that's kind of Kakashi's point, is that right now they're new and they don't really get along very well. I mean, they work together, they're cooperative, but yeah, overall, it's probably not a good idea at this time to be telling them. And Naruto and the Fox honestly completely understand that point. So they don't know about the Fox. At most, Naruto uses like that base form of Kurama's chakra that you see against Haku. And even then, it's really that's probably his low point. And Kakashi said, unless it's dire, unless it's life or death, don't use any of those forms. So apart from Naruto being as good in hand-to-hand as Sasuke, if not maybe even a little bit better, Sasuke really doesn't have a lot of room to grow, but when sparring with Naruto, they're definitely on par with each other. The whole, the Tazuna thing comes about, and Naruto would still be Naruto about this. I see no reason why he wouldn't. I'm saying, I'm a real ninja now, I don't want a ninja mission, believe it! And so, all right, then we have one C-rank mission available. And so Tazuna comes in, insults them, everything goes about the same. Kurama even laughs about him being short. It's like, you shut up too. It's like, nah. And so they're walking along, and I think they're mostly walking in silence after the whole talking about, the Okage. Is the third Okage really that important? I think one of the things that's going on, though, is Kurama is actually having a conversation with Naruto about, the third Okage is insanely powerful. But trust me, you want powerful? Let me tell you about the first Hokage. That man could literally beat me without difficulty. And me. Well, maybe not without difficulty, but he was able to beat me and all other 8 tail beasts. Like, seriously, that's how strong the first was. Like, whoa! And Naruto's like, whoa. But then Kurama's like, kid. It's like, what? I think we're going to have company. It's like, what do you mean? And then he looks over the puddle and hears what Kurama saying. He's like, And Kakashi notices it, and he actually notices Naruto stiffen a little bit, but still, ultimately, try to keep his cool. And then obviously the Demon Brothers come out of the water, take out Kakashi. They immediately appeared behind Naruto, but Naruto's actually so quick on the uptick this time that it's just, it's like, gotcha, shit! And it's like, suddenly clones appear behind him and just, boom! Just smack him straight in the face. Like, what? Shadow clones? Huh? Kick, and they surprise him with a kick. Sasuke comes, get that chain lodged in the tree trunk as it was originally. Naruto makes a couple more clones to go back up Sakura. They detach the chains, about to try to go for him, but then extra Naruto's and Sasuke both get in the way. A fight ensues a little bit. Naruto does get scratched a little bit, but quickly just does a little bit of Kurama chakra, just launches one into the other before Kakashi just grabs him. Oh, well, that's good to know. Good to see that you guys get to see the training's paid off a little bit for you. And says, how did you know about our attack? A puddle on a clear summer day when it hasn't rained in weeks. And so Kakashi compliments them all, including Naruto. And there's no oath of pain here. Instead, it's more just Naruto. These ninja have poison in their claws. We need to get it out, or else you're gonna die. It's like, crap. It's like, kid, you're not about to. Yeah, hold on. I was like, I got it. Boom. It's like, just drains out the poison. And Naruto, that's really cool. He took the poison out, but if you lose any more blood, you're going to die. Really good idea to stop the bleeding now. Seriously. But no, it's really, yeah, it's all right. And Naruto uses some Fox Chakra, just quicken up the pacing of the healing. Because one other attribute of the Fox Chakra is that it heightens Naruto's already natural healing ability. Granted, Naruto isn't going to just heal from cuts automatically. He needs like healing salves or, medical attention to do that. But the minute that's applied, he literally can just heal gashes and cuts up no problem. He even took a damn Chidori through the shoulder, and that shit healed up the minute the Fox Chakra happened. He can't regrow limbs, he can't regrow organs, but yeah, suffice to say, unless you get a headshot in on him, he can kind of survive just about anything. Again, provided you don't hit it like a headshot, heart shot, or literally taking off a limb, he can survive it, and he still survived that. It's just he'd still survive it. It's just he'd basically just have a stump and have to get an artificial arm, which I don't know if I'll do that. It's an idea. It would actually be kind of cool to have Naruto literally have an artificial limb, as we see later in Boruto. Even though I don't follow Boruto very much, how artificial shinobi wear kind of works. But yeah, so everything's good, great, wonderful. On we go. Naruto again is able to sense Zabuza. With Kurama, he's actually able to pinpoint it even better. Nearly gets him. It's the rabbit. He's sorry about the rabbit. Zabuza comes in. And the fight breaks down. Now, here's something that's a little bit different, though. And you might be saying, well, what about the whole thing? Well, hold on. Kakashi still gets captured. Naruto, because of Kurama, is actually able to find Zabuza in the mid. Like, he's able to figure it out. And Naruto literally just throws out some kunai in the direction. And Zabuza's like, what the? Like, after he does his whole spiel, Naruto just hey, can you sense me? No, it's impossible. It just appears really, literally in between them before, but Naruto again just... And he's got a little bit of Fox chakra pumped in. Again, he's keeping it at bare minimum. The bare minimum is, if they look at Naruto directly in the eyes, they might see a difference. But even Sasuke saw Naruto's face in the Forest of Death when he fought Orochimaru, and he really didn't comment on it at all, especially after the fact. Now, granted, they also were dealing with the fact Naruto got completely taken out, as did Sasuke, so they were dealing with a lot, so maybe just kind of glossed over his mind. Regardless, he he still comes in, and Zabuza, it's like, ugh. Zabuza almost gets smacked, but he's able to stop Naruto, just flip, like, with the blade, like, it's like, what the, and just flips the blade, and actually tags Naruto. Like, let me put it this way, the blade flips, and the blade part itself goes right in Naruto's chest, like, pah! Naruto and Sasuke almost get hit by that. They're able to get out of the way. Zabuza's actually surprised. Kakashi also comes in, stabs that Zabuza, but it turns out to be a water clone. Then the whole thing happens. Naruto, are you all right? It's like, yeah, I'm fine. And it heals up as well. And they're actually seeing now Naruto healing up for firsthand. Just like, wait, what the hell? It's like, Naruto, he's healing. And it's like, how can he do that? That kid, he's dangerous, Kakashi. You got quite a little firecracker on your team, but yeah, but unfortunately, he's gonna die just like the rest of you. It's like, I got you, Strands. You're nothing but a cheap imitation, but I'm not so easily fooled. Then just comes in and gets Kakashi captured. And because this time he's now had a little moment with Naruto, and actually now can tell, ooh, this kid's a little definitely on the tougher side. He doesn't just make one water clone, he makes several water clones, because we know he can make multiple water clones, no problem. So he makes about 3. One for instance, I've got 3 clones here, one for each of you kids. Kids, unless of course you think you can all take me on. Sakura's like, no. I was like, Sakura, take care of the bridge builder. I was like, we gotta get Kakashi Sensei back. It's like, you really don't get it. And Kakashi's trying to basically say, no, go, get out of here. And they're like, yeah, not an option. And Sasuke and Naruto kind of come in. Naruto makes clones. They kind of rush in. And we should be very clear right now. Zabuza says Haku is stronger than him. I believe that, quite frankly, along with the Kekkei Genkai. It makes sense. That would mean that this Naruto is probably stronger than Zabuza. But strength and faster, all that, overall. But that isn't everything. Zabuza's got a far wider array of jutsu and a lot more experience. And he's just a more seasoned killer. That balances out quite a bit, actually. And let's be clear, just because Naruto is stronger than someone, and maybe even by a large mile, doesn't mean that someone still can't put up a solid fight. So one Zabuza immediately goes after Sasuke, kind of thralls him. The Naruto clones come in and start rushing in as fast as they can, but the Zabuzas are immediately like, water style, water blade. I'm making up a jutsu right now, but I imagine you could literally put water chakra, like elemental water chakra, on his blade and just increase its size or power or whatever. It's like sword slashing waves. And the clones burst out. Zabuza comes in. So Naruto actually is able to stop it with a kunai. It's like, oh, you were strong, kid, but you're also a little naive. And the other Zabuza clone goes like, and Naruto's, and he's literally having to hold them both. Just blast Naruto back, and Sasuke gets blasted. Sasuke's being choked out. Naruto makes a bunch of clones that kind of swarm the other Zabuza. Sounds like, it's like, is this the best you've got? Yeah! Swipes back. Sasuke gets thrown back. Naruto and him agree to do the Shadow Shuriken Jutsu. Sasuke throws the jutsu, like, you're never going to touch any of us with that. And they bypass the clone and go for the real body. Meanwhile, the Narutos, rush in real quick. And just come in and just stab the clones as best they can. Just wipe out the 2 clones before the other one just wipes out the Naruto clone. And then obviously Zabuza sees the shuriken coming, dodges the other one. Naruto comes in, rushes or throws the kunai, hits the other clone, and unlike before, Naruto lands on the water because he can do the water walking. And Kakashi, even though it's like, wait, he's standing on the water? How the hell is? And it's just, Kakashi's like, it's like he's standing on the water. How is he doing that? Wait, he can already water walk? Amazing. But that's not the point right now. Right now. And then the rest of the fight goes about the same. Now, before anyone asks, Kurama would not sense Haku there. Because Kurama can really only sense negative emotions. And it makes for a great lie detector, finding out where people are. That's how he found Kasame. But Haku is very much not a negative person. Like Haku during, like, say, when their fight happens, would probably be throwing out some negative energy. But even then, Haku didn't want to be doing that. There's probably no real negativity, no evil coming off Haku. So Haku, because Haku really is just like a pure heart and soul. So I do not see him being able to find Haku there. And then ultimately Haku comes, saves him. And because Haku doesn't have any ill intent, they're not able to figure out Naruto's not able to immediately figure out it's a lie. And unlike before, Naruto doesn't get all pissy about the fact that how strong Haku is. If anything, because he already knows, Naruto's been training with Kurama for a while. Naruto, honestly, the only ones in the village right now, if I were to just put it out there, who could beat Naruto as it is right now with the abilities they have, or Leaf Ninja anyway, would be Jiraiya the third, Kakashi if he ultimately was pushed hard enough, but Kakashi, because of his stamina issues, might be a little difficult, but Sharingan helps. Guy, Danzo probably if he got pushed to it, and Tsunade could probably beat him as well. When going all out, mind you. And within the village, or affiliate with the village, that's it. Orochimaru is no longer affiliated with the village, so I don't count him. That's it. That's pretty much everyone who could actually beat Naruto in a fight, or kill him, or seal him, whatever. And Naruto is very much aware of like kind of how strong, because he's been training with Kurama now for a few years, so he's actually gotten Kurama's chakra down pretty well, like how to use it, and he's very creative with it. But he can only go do the V1 cloak. And yes, using your chakra consistently for a while does wear the seal down a little bit, but then loosening it up would be much more advantageous, which we'll get to probably in the next two parts. Not this part, definitely not this part. Regardless, they get Kakashi back. Kakashi wakes up, offers to train them. However, Naruto does say, he's like, actually, I can already do this, Kakashi. Oh, that's right. I actually saw you bouncing on the water, too. So clearly you've been doing a lot of training. Yeah, well, when you got as much chakra as I have, and Naruto's being coy about, like, how much chakra he has, you kind of need the chakra, just kind of a must. Very well, then. Then you can actually go and guard Tazuna for the time being until the others can join you. But I would ask, please, just leave a clone or two here just to give them some motivation. It's like, yeah, sure, all right. There's nothing hurt. Practice can't hurt. And so Naruto is tasked with guarding Tazuna. And Naruto's clones are basically kind of just taunting Sasuke, and even taunting Sakura, even though she got it down immediately. It's like, oh, come on, guys. You got to do better than that. I'm already up here. Wait, we're over here. I'm up here. I'm at the top of the tree. Come on, what are you going to do? And this infuriates Sasuke, but it does motivate him. Sakura's also not loving it, but she's being outdone by not the deadless, but the class loser, more or less. It's like, no. So I think this motivates Sakura a little bit too. And because Kakashi knows Naruto is by and large the strongest on the team, he stresses Sakura stay training with Sasuke as opposed to going to help Tazuna. Now, granted, when they completed their training, Kakashi did say, yeah, you're going to be guarding Tazuna from now on. I do think, though, because he can see how Sakura needs to improve at least her chakra reserves, if anything. Because Sakura certainly had the least among them. Because she needs to improve herself, I think he stresses it a little bit more for her this time around. So it takes a bit longer for her to join up with Naruto. Meanwhile, Naruto's guarding Tazuna. And, the guy comes like, don't bother coming back after lunch. Or go up, it's noon, we should take lunch. And don't bother coming back. I was like, oh, man, that sucks. I mean, I can help you. What do you mean you can help? And he's like, boom. What do you mean? I'm a one-man army. Or building crew, whatever you want. And Tazuna realizes, Oh my, that's right, you can. All right, but you better do everything I say the way I say it. Otherwise, this bridge is going to fall apart. Like, you can, yes, sir. All right, do this and this. And the bridge is coming along a lot faster thanks to Naruto's help. Because a lot of people are just, backing out. Ultimately, though, Sakura does end up joining them. And because of this, Sasuke is left alone, which means he's probably the one actually training in the middle of the night, not Naruto. Although, after the Inari blow up, I think Naruto would still go out and just, get some time for himself. Probably like wrecking some trees in the forest or something like that. Regardless, Naruto also sees the state of everyone living in the village, and he does probably remember a bit of his own childhood. Being ignored, being kind of homeless for a while, being just treated like garbage. So he's very familiar with this feeling, and he just, he wants to help. It's like, we got to do something, guys. We got to try to save this village, help this bridge, and save these people, no matter what. Believe it. And Kurama's even looking at this like, this is disgusting. Like, seriously, what the hell? And so when the Inari blow up happens, Naruto is the one to go out. In fact, I think Naruto's actually the one who goes to fight Sasuke and just brings him out there, brings him back. It's like, you idiot. It's like, idiot, I don't need any help. It's like, oh, don't. He glances like, now do you want help? It just kind of brings him in. And so Inari still blows up at him, and Naruto, again, when he says the things, you don't know what it means to be treated like dirt or whatever. And so, I can't remember, we just watched that episode recently too, so I'm just trying to remember. It's like, yeah, you don't know what it means to be treated like dirt or garbage, or to be passed over. And then Naruto's like, look at yourself whining and complaining like some sorry little victim. You can cry all day for all I care. You're nothing but a coward. And kind of. And so Naruto goes out in the forest, just kind of, lets vent some steam. And ultimately, Haku and him find each other. And I think it's still the same conversation. I don't think there's any difference there. Kurama still doesn't sense any evil intent off of Haku. And so, I mean, he might tell as a, hey kid, yeah, someone's coming. And then as a, I'm a boy, by the way. I'm pretty good at Sasuke. So there's that. And so here's the big difference. Honestly, Naruto leaves some clones by the house, but Naruto is, I think, fully awake to go with them to the bridge. And he just couldn't wait for round 2. Naruto, again, can sense where the Zabuzas are coming from, and he senses the clones coming. It's like, what? It's that brat again. And he's able to sense where my clones were. Just like he was able to sense where I was last time. That's pretty annoying, kid. You really are a nuisance. And but that one's still Sasuke's still trembling. I'm trembling from excitement. And so Sasuke and Haku duke it out. Meanwhile, Naruto stays back, saying, "Oh man, I wanted to take him on, the liar." It's like, come on, Naruto. You can't hog the entire spotlight all the time. Sasuke has to get a chance too. And for the while, the fight goes the same until the crystal ice mirrors are activated. And it's like, Sasuke, and Sasuke completely gets decimated by the symbiote as he does originally. He's like, Sasuke, and Naruto's like, Naruto, go. It's like, you're not going anywhere, kid. I took you too lightly last time. I'm not gonna do it again. And Naruto is able to avoid it, and again activates the fox chakra. He's like, and briefly Zabuza can see his eyes. It's like, wait, what are those eyes? And rushes in. No, Sasuke, I'm coming! He smashes immediately one of the mirrors. It's like, what? He just broke one of my mirrors like it's nothing. Sasuke, get out of there! You're not going anywhere. And just Naruto gets tagged. Just flexes the chakra and it's like, he just broke it. And the mirror reports, he can reform those things? It's like, yeah, it's not so easy to get rid of my jutsu. And just it's the Senbone coming. Naruto's still getting tagged and playing. He's got the reflexes now to dodge some of it, but he's just getting sliced up. It's like, and so they're struggling a little bit, but Naruto very quickly is just like starts smashing the mirrors as best as he can. Just Shadow Cloud Jutsu. Unfortunately, because of how fast Haku is moving and because Haku is still at peak here, I think speed-wise they're actually kind of comparable to each other. Because Haku did mention at the point Naruto had activated the Fox's chakra previously, or accessed it, that he was running low on chakra. Like, he would not be able to fight much longer, which means, and Sasuke even said, he's slowing down, even though that was partly his Sharingan. It's clear Haku was slowing down. But at the initial speed he's moving at, yeah, Sasuke, Naruto and him are probably about equal, but as the fight goes on, Naruto's quickly gaining the edge. So initially, Naruto's able to block a couple of strikes, but the clones are still getting pops. A couple of them break some mirrors, but the mirrors quickly reform. Sasuke's still doing anything where he's tracking Haku, and Naruto's like, darn it. I was like, I can't, darn it. And Fox's like, what are you going to do, kid? You could take this kid, no problem, but Sasuke's here, and I don't want to have to do it unless I absolutely have to. Naruto, I need you to attack the mirrors again. Can you do it? Well, of course I can. Believe it. He's not doesn't want to show up, but he's getting tired. Like, I can see him at the Shaokan Jutsu take so much chakra, not realizing he's actually not really getting that tired. He is getting cut up, but he's also quickly healing from it too. So there's a good trade-off here. And Naruto quickly, attacks again, breaks the mirrors. Haku takes the clones out. Sasuke does the fireball jutsu, and tags Haku a little, not tags, but gets Haku. Naruto's got an idea. Sasuke, I got one more idea. Can you do another fireball? It's like, why? What's on your mind? It's like, what are you thinking, kid? This is over. I'm ending this now. And Sasuke and him both get out of the way. They both dodged. How'd they do that? They're a fire style fireball jutsu. And Naruto makes a couple more clones. In fact, he makes all the clones again. Haku again, getting slower, but is able to tag most of the clones. Suddenly sees the fireball jutsu coming. Naruto and gets out of the way, only to suddenly see out of the fireball a glowing red chakra arm come in and just tags Haku and just slam him against one of the mirrors, and then just immediately retreat. Naruto comes out, chakra down, just barely receding. What he did is he managed to hide the fact he went into one-tailed state while being hidden in the fireball, which basically protected him mostly from the fireball. He's still kind of burnt up and he's healing. Naruto, how'd you? I'm a lot more durable than you look. Okay, that did hurt a little bit. Come on, kid. My chakra might protect you a little bit, but you're not fireproof. At least not in a one-tailed state. And Haku gets up like, these guys, I'm not going to be able to fight much longer. And he just sees Naruto's eyes, like his eyes. I didn't notice it before. What is the end? Him. Those eyes. Sasuke's got his Sharingan activated at this point. Still, I'm not completely without options. And he reforms the mirrors again, goes back into the mirror quick as possible. And he does it one more time, attacks Naruto directly, but quickly comes in and attacks Sasuke, and they both have to react. But just as he's doing it, and they both react, they hear what, and I'm making this up as I go along, but I feel like it's a technique Haku could do. Secret art. Ninja ice needle, ninja mirror needle, and all of a sudden ice senbuns come out of the mirrors. I'm surprised no one thought of doing. I've read some fan fiction about Haku. I've never heard that idea, but he uses senbuns, he uses ice, and he uses making ice needles out of the mirrors seems like a really logical move to do. And so, just as that happens, Naruto suddenly gets tagged. And they're probably bigger needles, too. They're probably like as thick as the water needles he did. So Naruto actually gets tagged. And those are not small wounds. Like, it's like, damn it. It's like, Naruto. It's like Sasuke. It's like, and you just see Sasuke took the hit. And unfortunately, these aren't senbons. These are actual water. These are needles. These are big. It's like, you loser, why couldn't you move in time so fast? Why didn't you move in time? And then, Naruto pulls out. And luckily, he's able to part just enough of Kurama's chakra to kind of keep him alive. But Sasuke temporarily passes out. Like, he's fortunately, Haku still didn't focus on a mortal wound because Haku, and while he was fighting, his heart was breaking in two. So he's always been too kind, so he's felt love and kindness, and damn them, and damn them now, I feel them too. By the way, we just got to the episode where Naruto's about to go ham on Haku, and then I can't wait to watch my girlfriend's reaction to those, because those are like the highlights of this arc. Haku's just completely butchering those fools, and Naruto going complete beast mode on Haku. But point being is, like, when when you actually see where the needles got, they got him in the back and maybe even punctured a lung, but Sasuke probably wouldn't be dead. Like, that needle hit him in the chest in the original, so it was a temporary kill state, but otherwise he was pretty much fine. And Naruto's like, and Kurama, I can't detect heartbeats, kid. I'm sorry, I can't. And Naruto's like, is this the first time you've ever seen a friend, comrade die? This is the shinobi way. Naruto's just looking at him, like, Sasuke's, you took Sasuke. The only real upside to that is he doesn't have to see what comes next. It's like, what and what? You get the music going. It's like, almost powering up like a Super Saiyan. I'm gonna kill. It's like, I'm gonna kill you. And he's letting it. Now, when he gets angry in these states, I think a little bit of Kurama, like that angry influence is definitely kicking in there. A bit more of that bestial primal nature. He's not going full 9 tails, but he's going about halfway. He's doing like 5 tails. It's like, what is this child? It was like, what is he? This is no longer a child. And just literally comes in, tail smash the mirror, just cleaves through him. Just tries throwing the needles, but Naruto just makes a giant hand, blocks it, throws them back, pierces straight through the remaining mirrors. Like, what the? Naruto just is immediately behind us. Just literally bodies Haku. Unfortunately for Haku, I don't know if he can survive that. I mean, let's be fair. He took the hit from Naruto actually pretty well, to be honest. Yeah, it cracked it, and maybe it's because that mask was there that helped him. But to be fair, when the mask is getting hit and you're getting punched, the mask is getting punched into your face. But still, he took the hit really well, and he just had like a bloody lip, and he was more than willing to. Honestly, he could have kept fighting. He really could have, because we saw he could stop Naruto from killing him. 5 tails worth of power? At minimum, he's out cold. At minimum, he's out cold. I didn't decide until this point whether or not I was going to kill Haku here. I kind of don't want to kill Haku, but here's the thing: Haku dies. So either Haku dies here, or Haku dies protecting Zabuza. And either way, Zabuza is going to wind up dead. I will say, I'm going to go with what I want to do and say that Haku is knocked out. Like, he's knocked out. Like, he might be out of it for a couple days knocked out. He probably has a concussion, maybe even a brain bleed. But he's knocked out. And he's got some internal damage as well. So Zabuza gets completely taken out by Kakashi. And it's at that point, then, that the Ice Mirror is completely fade. Naruto still, like, Naruto's chakra is literally blasting a lot of the mist away too. Not enough that they can fully see him, but enough that Sakura can kind of see the motion of like these 5 tails, and Naruto realizes, like, I gotta calm down. It's that might be one of the catches too, that if Naruto's enraged when using Kurama's chakra, it's harder for him to shut it off. But come on, kid, take a deep breath. Wake up, brickhead. I think your friend's still alive. What? I couldn't. Just take a look. It's like, wait, and you can feel suddenly the pulse kind of comes back. Yeah, still alive. Thank God. And he just sees Haku just like he can tell Haku's still alive. He walks over and he sees that Haku is the person he met in the forest. Like, it's him. And then hears that Chidori and Zabuza gets taken out. Well, now Gato shows up and says, we're going to just take this bridge now. And here, Zabuza went through them before the villagers showed up. So the villagers still haven't shown up yet. And Naruto's like, no, I got to get Sasuke and this guy out of here and Haku out of here. So he brings him up. Sasuke, he's banged up pretty bad, but I think he's going to be okay. What about him? Naruto's like, out cold. And Naruto has a bit of a somber look on his face, too. Just like, yeah, and Zabuza, no, I finished him off. It's like, good, you saved me a lot of trouble. You ninja are too expensive. So I'm never hiring you guys again. I'm never hiring your kind again. Mercenaries, they work for cheaper, and they're almost as effective. Now we're going to be destroying this bridge and taking this town. Yeah, it's like, and Kakashi's like, you got to have something to deal with these guys, right? And I was like, no, not right now. I don't have, I used up too much chakra. It's like, and Naruto's looking on, it's like, and he looks at Kakashi like, I'm low on chakra right now, but there's something I can do. There's something I could do. And he sees Sakura there. It's Kakashi sees Sakura. Like, Sasuke's out right now. It's like, you know what I said, life or death. This might count. It's like, and Naruto just walks out, and it's like, just, of course, then again, all you have to really do is give him a little scare, to which Kakashi kind of gives a little bit of an evil smirk. And so Naruto's like, I'm going to give you one chance. Walk away now. You can walk away with your lives, or you can be sent away in a body bag. This little brat's going to try to intimidate you. Cut him into pieces. And it's like, your funeral. And again, the chakra's like, huh? And almost a visit, and Naruto even is able, I think, to create that kind of like the Kurama head a little bit. It doesn't really work as Kurama, like the Avatar, but it still kind of works. The fox chakra is just like palpable, just like, what is he? And it's like, you want to find out? And then like really a shockwave, and just, wait, come back! I'll pay your double, triple. And then Naruto just kind of walking over, just. No, and they see the submarine he came. It's like Naruto just kind of like destroys it. It's like, you're a demon. No, I'm Naruto Uzumaki. And all the villagers come in after the fact, and they see like the Ramans, they see God just like, yeah, and they're just like, well, I guess we were needed after all. But still, and they see the villagers there. It's the thought that counts. Still, I guess everything's wrapped up here. And so, they basically, I like in some interpretations where Gato is basically put to work for the rest of his existence. And like, yep, we're siphoning your money back in here to help the village. And so, all his ends on Sasuke wakes up, but Sakura is a little like, Sakura saw that. Like, what? And Kakashi Sensei, what was that with Naruto? I'm afraid I can't tell you that. That's Naruto's secret. That's Naruto's across the bear to tell you. But all I can say is Naruto has surprising control over that power. He's not a monster. He's your friend and a teammate, and you should treat him as such. So they wait for Haku to wake up, getting him medical attention. Haku wakes up, it's like, and what? And he's in pain, a lot of pain. It's like, where is he? Oh, you're finally awake. You're Kakashi. Does that mean I thought he killed? Then I'm not dead. Zabuza? Sorry, no. And Haku's like, yeah, honestly, Naruto could have killed you as you lay there, but he did. So there's no point in living at this point. My life, Zabuza is the only thing that gave my life purpose. Without it, it means nothing. So please, just Kakashi, do me the honor, just end me. I could do it, but unfortunately, we're not an enemy anymore. And even it's like I can make myself your enemy again. And it's like, you could, but I have a feeling that's not in your nature, is it? And Haku kind of doesn't have a response to that. Even though Zabuza's gone, Kakashi's right. He's not a monster. He's not a villain. He's not evil. So, besides, if I killed you, Naruto would probably never forgive me. Naruto. Yeah, he wanted to say, and he explains a little bit of how Naruto. So he does the Inari thing. It was like, no, he explained this and the much you saw there. What I'm about to tell you is something I shouldn't tell you, but Naruto was born with a monster in him. You heard about the attack on the village 9 years ago with the nine-tailed fox, and how the Fourth defeated it. He sealed it away in a child. And Haku was just realizing, Naruto? Indeed. Instead, his life has not been easy, and yet still I've never seen him whine or complain or anything like that. He found meaning with other people. Maybe you can too. One person. One's own worth isn't defined by one person. It's defined by what they give worth to. so I guess the question is, Haku, if Zabuza's gone, what can you give worth to? And Haku's just kind of sitting there. This village, this village has finally got a chance to prosper. In fact, it could probably use good people to look after it while it's getting its feet back up. And Haku kind of hears that, and here's what he's implying. And so the day comes where they're leaving. It's like, and thanks for coming. And, Naruto and Inari have their good cry off. And before they go, Haku walks over. He's still in crutches. He's still definitely beat up. Naruto, it's like, and Haku, you're okay. Kakashi Sensei, you're okay. I'm glad to see you're up and about. So, Haku, what have you made a decision? And he looks at Naruto and he's like, Naruto, I need to ask you something. Now we're face to face. What gives your life meaning? You said there was a precious someone that to give your life meaning. And Naruto just goes like, yeah, there is, but there's more than that. I have a dream. I plan to be Hokage, and I'm gonna be the greatest ninja ever, and I'm gonna protect the people who are precious to me as well. There's my precious person's gone though, Naruto. But do you honestly believe he's gonna be the only one? And Aku just kind of has a little bit of dumbfounded look, like, and to be fair, understanding Haku's background, I can understand how he felt Zabuza was the only one, but really, Haku, there's more than one person to give your life meaning if that's what you need. I was like, I make my own terms and with my own friends, and I make my own friends and I choose the people who are precious to me. You can make that choice too. Life doesn't end just because you lose someone. And Haku just kind of looks on and Azabu's like, look, and Tarzan even steps like, despite everything you kind of did for us, we've been more than happy to make you a part of the village now that Gotcha's gone. It's like, you don't hate me? No, you were working, you were under orders, and Kakashi told us about your backstory, and we can't judge you for any of that. And Nari's like, come on, you could be, come on, Nari's like, you could be like, we could be like brothers, come on, yeah. Nari's kind of like got a smile. Haku's actually just shocked by all these people welcoming me. He's kind of got tears inside, like, all right, I suppose I could stay, and so, and Nari's just like. And gives him a fist bump, saying, but we'll meet again, Haku. It's like, indeed we will, Naruto. And so, that is the end of part 2, The Land of Waves. I'm not sure I'm going to label it that, but still. So yeah, Haku gets to live in this version, and basically he's going to be a protector of the Land of Waves. Yeah, it's Land of Waves, not the village in the mist. But, could a ninja village form there? I've done it before. I'm not sure if I would do it again. Maybe. Here's the thing. If Zabuza were still alive in this version, I would say yes. And I even think Haku picks up the sword because we know he can lift that sword and use it. So he's probably using that sword now. He is basically a ninja protector of this village. That's what he does. And I think he'd be happy, honestly, doing that. Like, he finds me, maybe even teaches a couple of them ninjutsu to help strengthen the village. I don't see the Land of Waves, though, becoming a ninja village here, though. Regardless, they go off, and they're all happy. And, Sakura and Naruto's like, I'd do something with you, Sakura, if you like. And he doesn't mean it, like, as a date. He just means, like, hey, I'd hang out with you. That was a private conversation. And then she kind of freezes, remembering what she saw with Naruto. And was like, what? Something wrong? Nothing. There's something I want to ask you, but maybe we'll do it when we get back to the village. And Sasuke's a little confused, and Kakashi knows it. And then Naruto was like, oh. And I was like, no. And he's like, no, there's no reason to wait. And I was like, I can tell you what, we got some time before we get back to the village, so I can tell you now. And that's where we're going to end on part 2, with Naruto telling him his secret. Join us again for part 3 next week. Until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.